I want to talk about some exercises that I use in the clinic on a daily basis for individuals who have either had knee surgery, hip surgery, or individuals that are really struggling to get up from a low chair or a soft couch. These are variations on the lunge exercise, and I know nobody likes to do lunges, but this is really an effective way to build strength, coordination, center of gravity awareness so that you have improved independence and mobility. I'm going to play this video behind me on the screen. This is me. I start by straddling the bench. This is a standard bench that you could find at any gym. I turn to one side, and now what I'm doing is I'm going down, and if you notice, this is a lunge position. So my front knee is at about 90 degrees. Once I set myself up, my hip will be flexed to 90 degrees. The back leg, the knee is at 90 degrees, but the back hip is at 0. My back leg is the one doing most of the work in this exercise. So what you can see is my back knee is going from 90 degrees or more of flexion into full extension. I'm leaning my body forward. Then what I do is if I don't need to use my hands on the bench for support, I go ahead and flex my elbows, lift my hands, and now my legs are doing all the work. But this is a great exercise for somebody who's challenged in getting out of a deep chair, soft chair, low couch. If you notice, what I just did in that clip was I slid my back leg forward. That's going to require more knee flexion, but this is a little more functional. This is practical for somebody who really just struggles to get up from low seats. So again, I'm using my back leg to drive my body forward and up. And now what I do is I turn 180 degrees and I do the same thing on the other side. So my back leg in this case is my right leg. It's doing most of the drive. I move my knee forward so that I've got a little more knee flexion. So this would be something you repeat based on how many reps and sets you have been prescribed. Now I turn this into a step over exercise. So I go lunge to a high hip step over, and then I repeat on the other leg. Lunge to a high hip step over. This requires coordination. This requires balance. This requires a lot of knee flexion. So it's a great functional exercise for anybody recovering from a total knee replacement. Now let's see the next one that I'm going to do, setting the bench up. This is another variation of an assisted lunge exercise. I put my left foot in the middle of the bench, and it allows me to step my right foot back. So whether you call this a retro lunge, reverse lunge, but basically what I'm doing is stepping back into that lunge position. I'm going to show you a side view so you can see it from a different angle. I step back and down. My left hamstring, my left glute is on the bench, and then I step up and forward. Now I'm looking at just a basic sit to stand. So you can see here how I come down, I lean my trunk forward. Now I'm doing a touch and go. So when I'm working patients through this progression, we might start with a full sit to a full stand. And then as they improve center of gravity, center of balance awareness, I will then transition them to a touch and go. So you can see here again, touch and go. And now I'm doing a hybrid. So I'm going down, sitting, reclining, then lean forward and lift. And this just helps to understand where my center of gravity is. Now, this is a long stride retro lunge to a medium lunge to a sit to stand. So you kind of have all three levels of this exercise. So guys, the intent of this video isn't to teach you what to do. It's to show you what you're capable of doing, variations on an exercise that people commonly use in the gym, and then to talk to your physical therapist or your strength coach to see if any of these variations might be appropriate for you. If you have questions about this, of course, post them in the comments. I just want to give you guys ideas so that you can improve and modify your workouts and achieve your goals.